Hi, I'm Dallas Watson, or our Penguin. This is the first type of video I'm going to be doing, or the first video that I'm doing with this style, I guess. So, there's no script. Well, none of my videos are scripted because I'm lazy and don't want to write don't want to write scripts unless it's a big project. I should probably speak up maybe because my mic is pretty far away from me. That's how my setup works. But today I thought I would talk about something that is I was about to say dear to my heart. It's not dear to my heart, I guess, but it's like something that at one point defined who I was, and that is my anxiety. It's not crippling anxiety. It's like extreme anxiety, I guess. To the point where basically I would get nervous over absolutely nothing. Like I would go over to a friend's house and I would vomit because I was nervous and I didn't know why I was nervous. And for the longest time, I was just like, it defined who I was. I couldn't go anywhere without being terrified. I couldn't go anywhere without being afraid. And there's even the most recent effect of that, I suppose, or effect, if that's the right word, was, by the way, I have a new setup. My lighting is way better than what it used to be. You can actually see my face a lot more. Hold on, I should probably, yeah, there we go. But, not cutting that out either, Sam. But basically, I had a field trip, and it was called Journey Through Justice, or something like that, or something along those lines. It was basically, you guys probably know this, or maybe you don't, but I live in Georgia. So we basically went to this courthouse in Georgia, because that's where I live. Obviously, where else would it be? Unless it's like, because I've gone to like Tennessee and stuff for field trips, but we went to this courthouse, and it was gonna be normal. It was just gonna be me and my friends hanging out, it was just gonna be boring. That's all it was. But before I went, I essentially had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe. I was just absolutely freaking out. Like I couldn't do anything. It was somewhat terrifying because I was like, is this how I'm gonna be for the rest of my life? Am I just gonna be this scared little wimp for just the rest of my life? Am I just gonna be scared of absolutely everything? And I thought I was gonna be, but I dealt with it. And a big part of overcoming anxiety is to not stay away from the things that fuel it, but kind of, I guess, and don't avoid things that fuel it either. Just try to take the things that fuel it and turn it into something good. Like, for example, there's this girl, I'm not going to say her name because I don't think she would, I don't know if she would want me to, because I don't know if she'd want me to, I don't know, probably not, but basically, as you probably know, I'm young, I'm pretty young, I was very young, and she was my first person I ever fell in love with, and for a while, I wouldn't get too nervous around her because I felt comfortable, but then over time, I couldn't even think about her without getting nervous. Even if she was like at one point she was in a different country, and for some reason I was nervous. I don't know, but it's a good example because I was like, oh, God, does this mean I'm gonna have to stop being around her? No, not at all. Because you don't need to take the things that fuel your anxiety and just get rid of them completely. You can if it's bad things that are fueling your anxiety. Like, for example, the fear of dying. Don't turn that into something good because you can't really turn that into something good. The fear of dying, you can think to yourself, instead how I usually, like, at one point I was absolutely terrified of dying. Now I think to myself, I need to do everything that I can do in my life. I need to do everything I want to do in life. I need to accomplish the things I want to do before I die. And the question I'm going to ask myself before I die, because it's inevitable, all of us are going to die. You only have one life to live. And the question I'm going to ask myself before I die is, am I proud with things I've accomplished? And anxiety, I was terrified that that was going to keep me from accomplishing the things I wanted to. Don't let anxiety take over your life. You can have anxiety, that's the thing, but don't let it do what it did to me. Don't let it completely define who you are as a human being. Because the amount of times that I have let it take over me and let it take, like one time, me and my family, my mom, dad, and sister, we were all going to go to this air balloon festival. That sounds awesome, right? Well, for some reason, I was absolutely terrified before, and I didn't know why. The reason why is because I would get nervous over absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And so the way that I dealt with it is thanks to my dad. My dad is probably, he's the wisest human being I know, without question. And the way that I helped deal with it is he taught me that, he said, have you done any of these things before? And I'm like, well, I've been on trips with my family before, but I've never been to a hot air balloon festival. And he said, well, then think of this as a new experience. Don't be scared that this is a new experience. Be excited. Welcome it. Be excited that you're going to experience something this fun, because you only have one life to live. I already said that. You only have one life to live. And even if you believe in things like reincarnation, which I'm completely okay with, I don't care what you believe in or if you have any convictions or anything. But even if you believe in reincarnation, you still only have one life to live, because even though you may come back in another life, the life that you previously had is gone. You only have that one life. You have to live it out. And that's where anxiety comes in. You can't let it completely ruin the one life you have. It's a one chance thing. Don't let it ruin your life, because I'm young. I still have a lot of life to go. I'm only 13. Birthday is coming up April. I'm gonna be 14. So I still have a lot of life to go, but the life that I missed out on, like the 1 to 2 years of life I missed out on because of my anxiety, I can never get back. And so I promised myself that moving forward, I'm not going to let anxiety take over who I am. I'm going to push it aside, and because in reality, anxiety doesn't have any power over you unless you let it have power over you. Because you have the ability to push it away. You have the ability to deflect it. And I didn't do that because I was afraid that if I took away anxiety, I would take away a certain part of me. When, in reality, anxiety doesn't make you who you are. Anxiety actually keeps you from being who you are. So, if there's any tips to any human beings out there, any other people that are watching this that struggle with the same thing I do, or did at this point, because I kind of gotten over it, not to brag, but I kind of got over it. But if there's anything I want to say to people who are struggling with the same thing I did, and or sometimes I still do struggle with the same thing, don't let it take over who you are. Let your life be lived. Live your life. Be happy with how you are living your life. Accomplish the things you want to do. Don't let anxiety take over who you are. Be who you want to be. And that's it for all this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure enjoyed making it. If you guys did enjoy, then please do like the video and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Arc out. Alright, look, crepper. Dude, of course there's like 50 creepers right next to my stuff.
Don't ask me how long this moment will last. Don't ask me if I will never forget you.